We're back. While I covered this in a longer video, I thought I'd break this part out and say after having played a few more hours and gotten pretty far in the first stage after the tutorial using the Model 10C ship, 101C ship, I think that this is the best of the 5 ships, not just the starter ships. But of the starter ships, it's by far the best in my opinion. So I'm going to explain for anyone who didn't see it in the video why I say that and why I believe more than ever this is probably for me the best ship so far that I've unlocked. So the Model 101A, it offers an upgraded catering station, and that only allows you to carry 16 meals instead of 8. I just don't see that as being a benefit pretty much anywhere along the game. If you really wanted that, you probably could unlock it for $300 at an upgrade station. I just don't see the benefit right now at the start of the game. The 101B, it offers a toilet. The problem with this one is that toilet is going to require power. You only have 6 battery charges, you'll notice over on the left where it says power. The gravity, the navigation, the piloting, and all those take 1. And then the propulsion takes 2. So these are all necessities that pretty constantly require power. So you only really have 1 power supply at the start of the run, unless you have insured and saved the ship. So I'm almost always running communications or switching it to cooking if I feel like feeding the people. So while I guess you could switch between communications and sanitation until you could pick up a power upgrade, I just don't see this as, having a bathroom be beneficial. And it becomes even less beneficial when we look at the Model 101C. And the reason why are those 6 seats at the bottom by the propulsion system. When you start off at a substation, if you have 6 or less passengers, I find they're always sitting in those seats, often asleep, and their needs are non-existent. Even the ones with the devil horns who cause the most mischief, it seems, they just sit in the seats. So it gives me time to run the navigation, to pilot. I was able to take this ship with no upgrades to 3 substations before the final destination on the first map after the tutorial. And it was not as hard as I thought it would be. I might have been able to get farther, but I had the inspector so far up my ass, he was steering through my mouth. So ran me right into an asteroid. Actually, there were too many passengers. I think I had about a dozen or more passengers, and between the ones who didn't have seats and that other guy who kept getting in my way, it just became too much. But still, this ship seems to by far be the best geared ship off the start, especially since the seats don't require any power. So they keep people from distracting you, getting in your way, and even as they start to get hungry or start to want you to sing or dance, whatever, you're often almost to the next substation, so it really doesn't matter. I rarely feed people, or I might dance for them because that's easier. So I've opened up 2 ships beside this one. One is the Medevac, and it costs more money, $600 as opposed to $400, and you get a toilet and a medical station, but both of those require power. So again, just with only 6 charges on that battery, those are so useless. Now I would not just consider, I would spend more money to buy the Model 500 Deluxe, because it also has these 6 seats with the toilet, the upgraded catering facility, and it has the cleaning mop and bucket, if you notice up by the top left where the gravity station is. But the problem is, yet again, the power only has 6 charges. However, now if you were to find the battery upgrade and then insure this and then find more battery upgrades, I could see how this would propel you further. Especially, I'm sorry, it also has that entertainment station which takes 2 power. So if you could keep your 5 essential stations going, your devices going, have your comm with a constant communications with a constant power supply, have your infirmary, the entertainment, I think you could probably run this first level no problem. But I'm going to just keep pushing with the 101C. I still think for the money, especially since you don't have to insure it, you get all 400 back when you crash it. You do not have to quit to the dashboard or what is it? Hard close out the game to save your star rating. I actually found you can just hit the once you die and the game saves, you can just choose to leave the start menu even after it took some of my stars away. I left the start menu, I came back and still had 5 stars. So I don't know, I hope this helps someone, because it's taken me quite a few hours to kind of work through all these various nuances. But yeah, for me, I'm going to keep pushing on just with the Model 101C. If I'm not having the success I want getting those last few substations, that's when I'll consider switching over to the 500 Deluxe and spending the extra money. But I've already banked over, I don't know, $2,500 pretty easily, goofing around with the way I was saying in the other video. So not even trying. Questions, comments, please leave them below. Oh, I'll be right back.